Stop would be the market sentiment. So here we can get a good look at risk, trend, and any disparity between buy and sell signals from our algos. So this is a great way to kind of get an overall feel of what's going on in the market. And so if we look at risk, we can see that's actually dropped into the lower range just recently with a reading of 15.7. And you can click on the eye icon there to get a more detailed explanation of what each of these means and how to interpret them. We can see that the trend is shifted to bullish, and we have a lot more buy signals from our algo than we do sells. So overall, this is giving us a bullish picture currently in the market. And then the next stop would be the sector performance. So interestingly, this all aligns. If we look at sector performance, we currently don't have any underperformers that meet the criteria for that algorithm to be posted as an underperforming sector, but we do have 3 top performers. And you can see here that we've got energy, financial, and technology. So this can help us further hone down searching for opportunities within the market. And you can actually click on any of these sectors to populate stocks that are trading within that sector. So notice I clicked on energy, and we've got our energy stocks populated there. If we click financial, we've now got financial stocks, and technology, we've got our tech stocks. So this makes it very easy for you to go from a database of thousands and thousands of stocks to narrow it down into a more manageable search list. You can then take any of these items and drag them into your watch list, or you can right click on those and click add to watch list. So there's 2 ways to add those to a watch list. Okay, so let's look at the financials and see if we have any advanced warnings on those. If we click on Berkshire, so these are going to show you ones that are still within warning, but haven't necessarily hit the suggested entry price. So like if we click on Berkshire Hathaway, the suggested entry would be, and you can see it says pending up here in on the buy side with an entry at 285.42. So the high today was 285.15. So it almost came up and hit that, but this could potentially be a good opportunity if that entry price is hit tomorrow. And again, you can see the numbers within the triangles tell us how long ago the advanced notice was provided by the algorithm. So looks like some good opportunities here within the financial sector. Maybe we'll check out a few more. All right, Capital One Financial. We got a buy warning here. Quite a bit of resistance here. The algorithm has the entry at 171.13. So just about right here. I would avoid putting in my buy stop order right up at a resistance level. So this is something where you may want it to clear the highs where we've seen a lot of selling pressure, kind of around 171.50. So if I were to take a trade off this signal, I'd look at putting, and this is where you can stray from, if you're using your own discretion in these on these signals, where you can kind of stray from the entry price. That's algorithmic based. The algorithm obviously can't see overhead resistance, but we can see that on the chart. So probably a price above 172 would be more attractive to me if I were to go long on Capital One based on this buy. But also we're seeing a lot of price consolidation in these financials. Here's one that's actually a little bit more well-defined trend that I like, Huntington Bank shares. Also not familiar with this one, but let's go ahead and expand the chart here so we can see this a little bit better. So we got a buy signal here yesterday. Still hasn't hit the trigger, but also some overhead resistance up around the 1675 to 17 level. So this one still has some room to run. It did clear this last major area of resistance. You can see here from a sell-off in early June. Okay, so this is a supply point. So there was a lot of selling going on up at this level, as you can see. And there was a nice sell signal from trade trend within a red divergence cloud there. So that would have been a great opportunity. And we may want to look for sell signals closer to the 1675 to 17 level. But this is a valid buy warning if this continues to follow through, just with, probably a fairly tight take profit zone, 1675 to 17, being that there's some significant resistance up at this level where we've seen prior sell-offs. Let's see what else we got. JP Morgan. Not real good, well-defined trend. This may be more of a range trading opportunity, as I'm seeing the stock really ranging between 145 and 170. So again, too much overhead resistance here for me. I may look for a sell off of that level. Not familiar with this name either. Had some pretty good sell signals. No follow through on this buy. This one, may be valid for a counter trend trade, but certainly this thing's in a pretty strong downtrend. So it may look for a retracement back up into previous levels of resistance, up around 430. So this would be a bit of a counter trend warning signal, but may move back up into the 40-30 level before we would want to look for sell signals with a resumption of the downtrend. We'll look at one more. Let's see how this one looks. Yeah, so this is an interesting one on Prudential. This one came in today, October 19th. We see the buy advance notice there, and let me go ahead and expand this. Really strong uptrend in Prudential. Generally, I don't like and we do have a green divergence cloud here. Generally, I don't like these buy signals at the top of a move. So you can see that if we expand out to beginning of 2021, we're at a all-time high for the year. Those are often riskier types of opportunities, because often when a security hits a new all-time high for the year, it will retrace, which can generally give a better buying opportunity than jumping in at the top. But there is some strong support here around 108.50. You can see that was a previous level of resistance that was broken through in the green divergence cloud here earlier in October. So any kind of pullback into that 108.50 level with a buy signal might provide some nice opportunities. Okay, so I just wanted to demonstrate the process, the results process for helping you guys find opportunities. But you can see I did that in 10 minutes or less. We ran through, and of course it took longer because I was elaborating on some of the things I'm explaining. But the point is you can see it's very efficient and quick to find these opportunities and give yourself an extra edge in your trading opportunities by using each of the tools within the dashboard. So let's backpedal just a little bit. By the way, I had that on aggressive. We can obviously change these modes to filter out signals and be more conservative or moderate based on the algorithms. All right, thanks again, and we will see you guys on the next session.